Everybody, let's go ahead and a little bit now. We're going to talk about UPA drawings. Now, it's a must. You need to. It's not optional. You need to watch the 3 videos in a row regarding the rise and fall of the UPA School of Art and Design and Animation. They're not long. They're short, but they're very good, very informative, and you will understand the meaning and the reason why the animators designed and created characters in the UPA style and what that all means. Now, that being said, when we look at UPA animation, we're looking at certainly key designers: Rob Scribner, Grim Natwork, Ed Benedict, John Hubley, Stephen Bustow, etc. There's other animators, but those are some of the main ones as shown in the video. Some of the things that are really key to drawing the characters is: one is bold, simple design with little to no texture. Arms and legs are generally rounded. When a character bends, it's like a rubber hose style. Parts of the body may be rendered as fills, and appendages consist of clean outlines. In some cases, the head is directly connected to the torso, with no neck being shown. Often the shape of the shoe will morph into a leg without a pant line or a color change. And the outline of the hair may morph out of the silhouette of the head. Maybe you've seen that, you remember seeing that in The Simpsons. And a good way to start thinking about the overall body height is in 3 parts: a large, right? Maybe say larger, a medium, and a small, okay? And playing with those different heights at different places. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw myself here and a couple different examples of that. First thing I'm gonna show you is that sort of UPA style head, and really sort of things that we know of. When we think about the UPA head, we think about drawing that as maybe attaching that as, we can think of it as sort of have a head here. Let's think about that as maybe the head, right? Think in terms of shape and a neck coming off there. But for a UPA style, generally what's going to mean is that we sometimes will have the facial features will float inside of the head. You may include the ear around the back side coming off the edge of the head, but in the interior space that floats. So let's go ahead and we're going to do this now. I'm going to go ahead and put in the eyebrow that's furthest away from the viewer. And then I bring in that nose, take down the lip, bring down the smile back. Then this comes forward like the upper lip, and then that might come in, and that would be, say, the chin. And this all sort of floats, right, inside of that skull. So then I'll go back in and I'll put the other eye. And there you can see it very quickly. You probably have seen cartoons or characters or animation that looks like this. Typically, we'll always do the nose that's pointing away from us. You notice the head here is at a 45. I'm not directly on. I don't see both ears. The nose is pointed out to the side, but again, we're at a 45-degree angle pose here. Now, this is one. Another one that you might see in the animations there, and I'm going to draw another head next to it here to sort of give you a chance. And again, I recommend each of you try this also. You need to practice doing these techniques. Is, again, draw the ear on the side here. But what I'm going to do this time is on the other side here, when I bring this down, I'm going to go ahead and put the nose on the side of the head like we're looking at a profile, okay? And then I can go ahead and I can bring the mouth down. Maybe I want to put a smile in there and go ahead and give myself a goatee. This comes off and that goes the side of the head. That goes there. So you can see right there, I've got the mouth, right? I've got that nose in there. But what's really, really interesting about this one here is that in some cases, the eyeballs will float over that nose or schnoz, right? The eyes, you might put both eyes on this side of the head, like so, right? So I put my glasses in here. I can go ahead and put my glasses in. Do that on this one. There's my glasses on that one. I can do the glasses on this one also. Might actually adjust that eye over a little bit. There we go. And put that in there. So there's another one. And a third one certainly is, go ahead and put this head on here. Pop that ear on. And I can go ahead again, bring that nose down. Right. Maybe I'll make myself a nice big little schnoz. And I can go ahead and again bring that mouth. And my chin. That comes down. Play with that size there a little bit, my ear, but I can go ahead and put one eyeball outside of the head and the other eyeball inside of the head. It's like one is literally floating outside of the head there. But again, it's a minimalist take on the design, so it really simplifies your character quite a bit. So let's go ahead here, and I can go ahead and draw my glasses in there again. So I've got one lens here, and the other one goes off the other side. And we float the mouth in that space, right? So there's another version. So these are all variations on the UPA style. Now, the next thing to think about is basically how that head connects to the body. So if I'm going to go back in and draw my head, oftentimes you might see that head with no neck, and we might see that torso coming right out there, kind of coming in a bell shape, and it comes right off there. So I can go back in. Let's give myself that nose. Let's go and put my eyeballs, one in, one out. Put my ear on the back of my head here. Bring my chin down, my little chin hairline there, and kind of give myself, right, there's my head and my neck. Let me erase a little bit here for clarity for you. There we go. There we go. So I've got my character here, this over here. And again, I can go ahead and put that mouth, that smile in there, put my ear in, and put my glasses in. There we go. And for the body here, again, I kind of have this sort of medium, a longer body, and I'll probably give myself short legs. So my arms here are literally going to be like this little floaty. There's my shoulder, right? And there's my hands. And the great thing about the UPA style for the hands is the hands were all over the place. Oh my God, they tended to be longer and thinner, really no elbows per se. They were kind of really fluid and loose, a bit like the early rubber hose. And the legs, the great thing about the legs are that the legs you can have, the legs are sort of coming out of the bottom of the shirt. And generally they have these sort of longer ones, and they roll that foot. Look at that foot there. There's one and two, and they can be these sort of longer sort of noodles where you don't even actually run the or finish off the foot on that body here. Actually, I'm going to move this leg back here a little bit. I'm going to move it back. Yeah, generally you don't even do that. So let's go ahead here. Look at that. What a crazy looking character there. And let's go ahead and give him a little wave here. Let me define that beard a little bit more. Bring that down. This comes up and over and down and beard. There we go. And let's give him a little wave on the arm there. So let's go ahead and bring that sleeve, bring the hand up. There's a thumb, right? And there's a finger. And let's go ahead and curl one and two, curl those over. And the interesting thing about rubber hose characters is they really don't have palms. They really have just the arm, and then the fingers grow right out of the arm. It's crazy, but that's what they do. So here's one such version here. I'll go ahead and give you one more here where I'm going to play with that size here. So now let's go ahead and I'm going to draw this up here, make a smaller head on this guy here, and I'll still connect my head on here. Let's go ahead on here, and I'll float the face this time. So I'm going to up here, there's the mouth, smile down, and there's my goatee. Bring the other eyelid or eyebrow. There's the eyes in there. I got my big ear, and I can bring my glasses in. Bring that right there. And I'm going to bring that face right down into my shirt. Right? Isn't that funny looking? I love it. That's what the UPA style. They're so much fun. It's so playful. It's such a playful style to play with. And I'll go ahead and do that's a short, small head. Let's go ahead and do a long torso. All right, and then I'll give myself sort of medium legs. And let's see here. Maybe I'll go ahead and I'll actually end that shirt there. And let's go ahead and give myself a little bit more of a leg there. There we go. I like that better. Clean that up for clarity here for you. And so my torso, there's my leg sort of coming out towards my tush. I'm going to end this leg here, right? And then this one comes around. So it's almost like this is sort of where the pockets are, that kind of thing for the pants. And then the arms, certainly short, the arms here, and the arm sort of comes down right? And again, we got that sort of longer, thin hand. So I got that first finger that comes forward. There's my second finger and maybe a little pinky on the end there. So these sort of longer, thin arms on there, right? Yeah, it's going to give one more here where it's going to give a little bit of a wave, right? There's his shirt sleeve kind of coming up. There's his arm finishing up, coming up out of here. Again, that sort of rounded parallel line. Let's give that thumbs up here. He's sort of giving a wave. There's 1, 2, and again 3. So these are strange looking little long, thin fingers, very little palm, really just comes right out of there. So there's the next version of it. So that's another UPA style version of myself. So this is what I want you guys to experiment with. You're to go ahead and, again, try your head in the different sort of key styles, come up with one you like that has your look to it. And then you'll certainly go back in and you'll do the bodies in a 3/4 pose. One more thing really quickly though, I'm going to morph this drawing right here and show you. If you have a hairstyle, see I used to have hair, but when I did hair, it's kind of like The Simpsons. One of the things that you might see in the UPA style is like I might put like hair here like this, but that's all I draw. That's it. I don't draw the inside of the hairline here. It actually just morphs right out of the ear. Here's the hairline, it would come right into the silhouette. So when you're looking at UPA, it's sort of UPA drawings or characters are kind of a combination of a profile view and a 3/4 view simultaneously. So, all right, folks, you guys have fun with this. Go ahead and go for it. I'm expecting to see those full body in your sketchbook and have fun.